How is being the big brother to this guy?
It's incredible. It's incredible, man. I know he's living his dream, but it's also a dream for me. It's just being a passenger on the bus.
So we were talking about this yesterday, the street football matches.
Oh yeah, the legendary
street football matches. What do you recall from those?
I remember early on, it was Jerome was the very small guy, so nobody wanted him to play. And I didn't even want him to play.
You guys were killing him, right?
Yeah, well,
Everybody's 4 years old.
I used to have to sit on the porch, and so I used to get so mad. I hated it because I
Why'd
never
you
got
have to sit on the porch?
because I couldn't play.
Okay.
So and the way we played,
Would they not let you play? Or
they wouldn't let me play.
Okay.
Yeah, they wouldn't let me play. Nobody would pick me, and then I would get mad. I would go tell my mother, and then my mother would come out and she'd yell at him, and it would just make everything even worse because now he's even madder at me because he's getting yelled at by mom and forcing him to try to get me on the team to let me play. So it was a lot of drama,
She threatened to take the football. It was a lot of drama.
You have a favorite memory, John, from those days? From the street football?
Yeah, I have a ton of them. But really, it's Jerome running. It wasn't me over. It was someone.
Dorthano.
Yeah, that's what it was. It was a friend of ours, Dorthano. And that was like Jerome's.
What happened?
That was his coming of age. Jerome caught the ball, came around the sideline on the grass, and it was just a collision. And Dorthano was my age. Me and him were the captains. So when Jerome ran him over, it was like, I'm here. It was rough. I don't think Dorthano remembers that.
Yeah, he remembers.
He does.
I know. I remember it because it was one of those hits where they had to come get him because when I hit him, there was a fence. It was a fence on the other side of the grass on the sidewalk. So when I hit him, he flew underneath the fence and so they had to actually pry him out because he flew underneath the fence and got stuck.
What was the looks on some of their faces when all of a sudden they realized that, this kid who you guys never let play or never wanted to play could crush everybody?
Everyone was in shock, but he was a big guy. So they saw him, they knew he was big, but when he brought it, it just changed everything. And that was it. That was like the last time he could play. That was it. Yeah. Now he couldn't play again.
Oh, really?
He was done.
I couldn't play. So now, so I was banned for another reason now. First, it was because I was too young, and then it was because I was hitting too hard and I was hurting the guys. So I had to then, and that was right around the time when I had to start playing high school football. Mm-hmm. So it was that transition from because that's how I was actually kind of found. I was playing, and my uncle, who was a high school football coach, he saw us playing on the street and told my mother, he needs to be playing football. So that was really the start of my football career.
You were a big Steelers fan.
Huge.
What did this guy think of the Steelers back in the day?
He hated them. He was a Cowboy fan. He was like Tony Dorsett, man. I'm Lynn Swann, he's Tony Dorsett.
So what then happens when he gets traded to the Steelers? I understand you had to have the first
I needed
picture.
the first. He called me the day, hey, you won't believe where I got traded. And it was such a bad time and with the Rams, so we were like, where'd you go? To the Steelers. The Steelers had just lost the Super Bowl. They had a running back that went down, Bam Morris went down, and they needed a big guy. The Steelers, what? Well, just give me your first picture. I don't care I need the first picture you get, give it to me.
Last question. What's it like walking around with this guy around town here?
Yeah, you don't want to do it. Unless you want a lot of attention. He's the mayor. Jerome's the mayor, and he loves it. And I think that's real unique about him is he loves it. Not just the attention, but he genuinely cares. He's a great guy. He's talking to everyone. He's signing, and he's having conversation. He remembers people from years ago. So that's just like the what is it? The legend of Jerome. I'm glad to be a Bettis in Pittsburgh.
Right.
I get the red carpet rolled out.
Right.